Horizontal, less vertical. You're kind of thinking, it seems like you're thinking ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, which is good to keep the tempo. But I want the air to be constant. Because what's happening a little bit is you're going, right, which is exaggerated. But if you can think, yeah? Try just the first line. Just the first line. And just think forward. Good. Did it sound more, did it sound more connected? Yeah? Can you do it one more time? Okay. You can still tongue this if you want. But the air releases were really nice on this one. Okay, so I want you to think about the whole thing moving forward, the whole first line moving forward. With the air, but also just thinking forward motion. Okay. Yeah, and what that does is that now you can hear that, again, just a couple whiffs in the fingers, but it sounds more connected. The hardest thing, guys, with modern saxophone music for listeners that are not musicians is that it sounds very bleep-floppy, right? So we have to make it as musical as possible, okay? So speaking of that, moving to the fourth movement, it's similar to the tango movement. It's kind of all over the place in your range, right? So my teacher told me once, and it stuck with me a long time, to make the saxophone sound even, you have to play every note uneven. Okay? Another teacher told me the same thing, but he was like, every note has its own special feeling. Okay? So, and that also will stick with you guys. So what I want, can you play, again, the first line, down to the D, and I want you to, don't worry about playing it two Ps. Let's just say mezzo. Okay. But I want every note to sound the same. Same color, same volume, and same roundness. Okay? And don't worry, I'm not worried about rhythm or anything like that. Just see if you can make every note sound the same. Notes sound louder to the audience? You're a science teacher.
Higher notes?
Yeah, higher notes because the sound waves are faster. So you're going to have to think a little bit louder in the lower and then less. So it's basically you have to go against your instincts. Everyone wants to get louder as they get higher. So do the opposite just to see if you can make each one of those four notes sound the same. Try it, just a low C sharp. And don't worry about in time, just C sharp, A sharp.
one.
Third one, yeah. So the G sharp. Push a little bit more. G sharp. Better. Now, a little less than the A sharp. That's good. One more time, one more time. Yeah. That's it. And that's how you have to do, especially these slower movements in this piece. Yeah, that's how you have to kind of approach it. If you want them to all sound connected, which you do, it's all slurred, right?
Right.
Okay. The other thing in this movement I want you to think about is the ends of the notes. How are you releasing the note into a rest?
Kind of an air release.
Yeah. How did you do it when you performed it? Do you remember? It's a fourth movement. You've already played 3, right? So you're getting a little tired.
Did I do a tongue release?
I didn't hear the tongue, but I just heard it clipped. It was just kind of a, instead of, yeah, you always want the sound to go out into the room or into the atmosphere. So try, again, just the first, no, actually the first up to the A sharp here. And those 3 notes, just think, even though they're short, yeah, but don't let it go into the atmosphere. Good releases into the silence. I want all the notes to have the same color, the same timbre, same volume for the most part, but I also want expression within it.
Okay.
So how are you going to do that?
Do you mean like the dynamics or just more? How do you shape the phrase? Okay.
Yeah, so where's the phrase going? Forward, and back.
Mostly forward.
Mostly forward, yeah. And that's because it has this, it's going up for the most part. So try it one more time. Yeah, I would say I was basically moving for the whole time until the last 2 notes.
No, I take
And then come back a little bit, yeah? Try just a less from the D sharp here. Da-dee-da-dee. So it's actually going to the F sharp and then coming back into the A sharp. Yeah, one more time, think. But with the piano dynamic. Yeah. Small things. All you have to do is all that for the whole movement.
That's all you have to do.
Okay. Okay. In the scherzo, in the third movement, same thing with the fast, right? So think forward, and it's forward with the air. Okay. If you try it, again, less vertical, but just. Good. Can you do it half speed?
Half speed?
Yeah. I can see it. I can actually see it. Yeah. Even though it's staccato. Right? You still want forward motion. Try it one more time. It's good. Good. Now, everything we talked about in the slow movement.
Mm-hmm. Now I got it.
Now you can do that. So again, so that all the notes, because again, with these pieces, and this isn't as bad as the second movement, which is all over the place, you have to make them all sound, everything should sound easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to make everyone in this room be like, oh, I could play that piece. And then have them look at it and be like, oh crap. Okay, that's the goal. Yeah, you want to make everything technical sound easy. Okay, so again, just keep this forward motion. Let's do it at an easier place. Okay. Yeah, so even though there's these accents, How do you think physically, how are you playing accents?
Like physically, you kind of like attack them a little more.
Yeah, but with what?
Oh, air.
And maybe a little harder tongue.
Mhm.
So I always think more front of the note with the tongue, and then but the air attack at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. So try, but don't go. Yeah. Yeah. Good. And don't try. You're doing exactly what your teacher told you, right? You wanted a little space between those, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. Let's okay. So, but let's try, for now, let's try without any space, just to get the physical air and tongue going, so. Yeah, etc. Okay? And then we'll add some space. Good, but you can play that. You're sexy. One more time, yeah, sorry. The air is much better. I think you can use harder tongue. And that is what's going to give the space. It sounds like there's a lift, but the air isn't really changing. Harder fronts to the note. Yeah. Good. After the first measure, it was much better. Yeah? Do you guys hear it? You can say no, it's okay. Good, good, good. Okay. And the second movement, same thing as in the fourth, except the feel. What is a tango?
It's like it's a dance.
Yes. What kind of dance? Couples or individual?
Couples.
Okay. Is it slow or is it like fast and heavy?
It's
Slow, and is it slow and like conservative or slow and sensual?
it's slow and sensual.
Yes. Okay. Good. Okay, so now you have to get that. And is it you guys, when you dance the tango, do you dance it in 4 or do you dance it in 2? In 2, for sure. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. That's not what you're playing, but that's the tango feel, right? So can you think? Right, again. And now, because it's so bleep-bloppy in the range, this is where you really have to work on making everything sound the same, evenness, right? Try it, try it. Yeah, one more time. It's hard. It's hard. This is not an easy, right? So do it slow and do it with no rhythm.
Okay.
Just to make so you know the feeling of every note. It's like that song, right? Yeah, so that F sharp to B, right? You have to push. Ooh, for me, it feels like ooh, ooh, inside. Okay, try just the F sharp to B. That's it. Good. Now try the first measure. Good. Now, anytime, this will be the last thing because I know we're running out of time. So, do this. Can you play your low F at the octave key, but keep it low? So, your low F natural, sorry. Yeah, so it's going to feel like, ooh, on the inside, yeah. Sorry. Absolutely, now go up to the F sharp. It's not going to sound pretty. Yeah, you just want it to, yeah. Yeah, so what do you do when it pops down? My fault. Don't drop the jaw. The embouchure should stay. And when I say ooh, oh, that's what it feels like inside. But the ometer is all the same. Yeah? Try it one more time. On the F sharp. Good. Good. Now, from the D sharp to the G, you can play it, I'm sorry, yeah, G sharp G. Normal fingering. But really think about what it just felt like to play that low F sharp. So try just D sharp to G.
D sharp.
Easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then try the same thing, F sharp to B. You guys hear how it's popping right away now? Good. Now, play it in context in time. Good. Now, the next step is to not be afraid of it, okay? Because what happened is you went ba, dee, da, right? And then you went up to the F sharp and you're like, okay, don't do the same thing on the B. And then you went back to your old habit and it didn't come out at all. Right? It takes time to get away from the, right? But that's how you start to do it, and then you learn how to control it. But it's really, again, every note has its own special feeling, and this is where it really comes in. It's necessary so that it doesn't sound like right? Ooh, yeah. Last time, and then I'll let you go.